Well, how you do, buckaroos? How the heck are you? So I tried to do a video for this, and I had some technical difficulties. So let's do it again. That's why I don't have a full beer, in case you're curious. I will recap everything, but I'm going to give you, you know, what you ought to know anyway. Hey, this Guinness pack came out. I found it last, I don't know, was it Tuesday, I guess, maybe? Had the Guinness Original 4.2% stout. The Guinness Dublin Porter 3.8%. And last but not least, the 6% Guinness West Indies Porter. And all are fantastic, but this one for me is just incredible. The nose is what's really nice. Oh, gosh. You get, they tell you to look for toffee and chocolate. You certainly get those things. But I'm getting more than just toffee. I'm getting a nutty toffee, almost like a toffee with kind of hazelnut undertones going on. I'm also getting these kind of port wine notes going on with it, too. But where I feel that most is in the finish. This is a sour, slightly sour, almost port wine-like finish right at the end. That's very gorgeous. I just love everything about this beer. From the aroma, it's just fantastic. The aromas, the flavors, everything is just incredible about it. The mouthfeel, it's just velvety smooth. Oh, it's just amazing. And here's the best thing about it. There's nothing really crazy about it. It's just a good, solid porter. It doesn't employ, you know, 100 different ingredients. This is a true-to-style beer. And gosh darn, isn't that nice every once in a while? Now, listen, I mean, I've had my share of coconut and chocolate peanut butter porters, and stouts. I don't necessarily dislike them. In fact, there's a bunch that I've liked this year, especially Four Hands knocked out their tiki stout. Oh my gosh. The horchata stout was fantastic, but every once in a while it's nice to have a beer that really is on point style-wise, and that's what Guinness has done with all three of these beers. They're all textbook. They are all perfect. They're all stylistically sound, and man, that is nice for me. I probably have this a little colder than it needs to be, even though I did not have it in the fridge. It was in my garage, which is probably colder than my fridge at this point. This beer is probably best between 50 to 55. I probably got it closer to 45 to 50, although I even let it sit out for about 30 minutes before I popped it here. It's not cold, but it does have a slight chill on it, but I've noticed as I've sat here with it, the aromas have kind of evolved, where at first I was getting most of those toffee and slight chocolate notes. And as this warmed up, those port wine aromas and flavors have really awakened. Or sour-like notes. I think a lot of it's interpretation. You know, I've drank a lot of port wine over the years, so for me, I'm equating what I'm tasting to port wine. I think a lot of folks equate what they taste to something. You know, I hesitate to say somebody's wrong about a certain descriptor they choose to use, because I think in their mind, that's how they're interpreting it. And I think that's what a lot of beer reviewers kind of miss, is that everybody interprets something different. You can't... if you're getting a flavor you haven't had before, your mind takes it to what you do know. And I'll tell you what I know is I love this beer. It's freaking awesome. It really is. It's just darn good. So, do I need to tell you anything else? Probably not. Aromas are mostly toffee, a little bit of chocolate, and I do get those port wine notes, especially as she warms up more. The mouthfeel is velvety smooth and clean all the way in. At the end, you get those sour-like, or for me, I'm interpreting as port wine notes. It's just a beautiful beer all the way around. So, hey, I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer. We'll talk to you later.